With just a month and a half left of the summer, many of us have plans for taking days off to recharge. But for overwhelmed employees and business owners, finding time for vacation feels as impossible as catching fireflies in a jar. Today's guest has valuable insight on how to change that. He's the author of the 2-week vacation test. It's a blueprint for building businesses that thrive in your absence. Let's welcome investor and business advisor, Austin Netzley. Hello, Austin.
Hello, and thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, we're excited to have you on. And it's summertime. A lot of people want to take vacation. Can you discuss the importance of unplugging and allowing your hard work to work for you during your absence, which can be hard for a lot of people to log off and get offline?
Absolutely. Well, it's one of the most important things that you can do. So most entrepreneurs start in business to achieve more time freedom, but few actually get it. In fact, most work more hours and have more stress. But what I've learned is by taking time off, you not only separate yourself from the business so that you can recharge, you have more fun, but it's really one of the most important things you can do because you're better able to delegate and let go of tasks and improve your team and operations. So it actually creates a much healthier business. And if you have a much healthier business and more time freedom, now you can grow it to the next level. You can achieve more. So not only is it a better lifestyle, it's really ultimately for a better, healthier business as well.
Yeah, and as an entrepreneur or manager, you want to know that you can step away and your team's able to take care of the job. But why is it so hard for entrepreneurs and employees to take that time off?
Well, we get so ingrained in our businesses, and it just becomes normal to work crazy hours, to be pulled in 100 different directions. But by taking time off, you recalibrate and relook at how you're spending your time and all the different things that are pulling for your attention. But most entrepreneurs aren't ahead financially, so there's this constant stress to be bringing in new sales. But if we can build the business in such a way that it's less reliant on you, you have a healthier business that's producing more profit, and you have more time so you can create, again, more success in the future. So it's really important to take a step back and redesign your business to achieve why you started in business to begin with.
Yeah, and you got to take that vacation. It's a form of self-care. So we've got to ask, what exactly is the 2-week vacation test?
Yeah, so what it is a simple test to evaluate the health of a business. So if the entrepreneur goes on a 2-week, no strings attached vacation, you'll quickly see the health of the business. If the business struggles or pretty much stops, that means it's really reliant on you and your time. That's not what we want. But if your business is able to run, grow, and thrive without you, that means you have a very healthy business where you've got the team and operations in place that can run and thrive without you. So once you're here, again, you have a healthy business with more time freedom, which means you can go and achieve a lot more. So it's a process to build a better business, but really a test and evaluation of where your business is at to ultimately create an amazing lifestyle and a successful business.
Yeah, and it's important that the entire business is healthy. I think for a lot of entrepreneurs and managers, it can be challenging to let go of some duties, but to know that your team can take care of it while you're out just emphasizes on what you were saying of it being a healthy business. Austin, how have you helped entrepreneurs confidently step away from their work and enjoy guilt-free time off?
Well, we just evaluate the whole business. And what we oftentimes find is that there's a lot of waste in small businesses. And so many people in the US are attributed or working directly with small businesses. So if we can evaluate the business, see that there's a lot of waste, and ultimately try to simplify things down, we'll be able to create capacity right there. But then the next is we've got to improve the operation so things are more consistent and less chaotic because your employees and team members are probably pulled in just as many different directions as you are as the business owner. So if we can simplify things down and improve the operations, we can take back control of our time and ultimately, again, take more time off.
And they say teamwork makes the dream work. What are your tips for building a world-class team?
Yeah, one thing I talk about in the book is really having the proper communication because most issues within a team ultimately come back to a lack of or poor communication. So if you can have the proper meeting rhythm where everybody is very clear and aligned in your pulsing and communicating as a team, this limits reactivity, it increases clarity and reduces the need for you. So really that clarity and communication and having the proper meeting rhythm is really, really important. The challenge is most small businesses don't do this very well. So if you can improve that, get your team more clear and communicate better, you'll set them up for a lot more success.
All right, and finally, can you talk about the danger of burnout and the first steps to resolve this?
Yeah, so I dealt with burnout so bad that I had to call 911 not once but twice. So I know what it feels like to have that, and that's ultimately what created this test. But a couple things that you can do is list out every single task that you're working on. And we have every single one of our private clients do this, but list that out. And as soon as you can list it out and see in detail where it's going, you make it more tangible, and you'll see there's a lot of things that are pulling for your time and energy that either aren't that impactful or aren't that essential, or do not need you to do it. So you want to go through it and see what you can cut, delegate, or systemize, and this will identify usually 10 to 20 hours per week, which is a huge deal. So that's the first one. And the second is go into every single day with a clear plan, not having 50 things on your list, having 3 key items on your list every single day. If you do that, you'll be making progress every single day, moving the business forward, and be back in control of your time.
Okay, well, we want to make sure we're doing that, and I'm glad you're doing a lot better. No more burnout for you, Austin. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. You can find out more about Austin's work by going to 2x.co.